You're here because you are feeling burnt out. Maybe not total burnout yet, but you've got to do something before it gets worse. Because when you're burnt out, you don't have the time or energy or capacity to do anything, let alone build your business. And we can't have that. That's not why you were put on this earth. You weren't put on this earth for burnout and overwhelm and defeat. You were put on this earth to do great things. So let's fix the burnout so you can step into all of the incredible things you were meant to do. But before we go any further, I want you to know right now, you didn't do anything wrong to lead you here. There's not something that you did that caused the burnout. Every single human goes through burnout phases of their life multiple times in a lifetime. It's normal and it's natural. And beating yourself up about it isn't going to fix anything. So instead, applaud yourself that you are at a point where you are seeking out the tools and resources to help get you through this season. No more guilt, no more shame, no more self-beat up. Just take the next step of forward progress to getting out of burnout. And that's exactly what we're gonna do in this video. I want you to make me a promise right now to not listen to this video on hyperspeed. This video has been designed to be slow, which is even hard for me, but it has been designed to be slow for a reason, which is to pull you out of burnout. And I know hyperspeed is more efficient. I live in the hyperspeed video, texts, and voice memos. I love hyperspeed because it's more efficient. But efficiency is not always key to removing burnout. In order to remove burnout, a lot of times we need to slow down, which is hard. But so is your first day at the gym. The weights feel a lot heavier on your first day. So right now, this might feel painfully slow, but keep doing the reps. Keep showing up, pumping that iron, and listening to things at a slower speed, because that is the start of getting you out of burnout. And that's what today's video is all about. It's about the 4 ways that you can slow down. I even almost regret saying 4 ways because you don't need one more thing on your plate. But in case you like to know what's coming, we are going to go over 4 ways that you can slow down and take a deep breath to help get yourself out of burnout. And that first way is slowing down the way you consume information. As I've already mentioned here, please make sure that the playback speed you're listening to this at is 1. I'm speaking slower than I normally do. I am allowing the pauses to stay in this video because pausing is beautiful and something that we never do enough of. So whatever the things you are consuming throughout your day, whether it's voice memos or you're having Siri read you things, maybe slow down the speed at which Siri reads you things. Listen to your voice memos on 1x speed. And when you're watching YouTube videos or consuming any kind of information, keep it at the 1x speed. I know it's going to take longer. I know that you know if you put it at 2x, 8 minutes is going to become 4. And if you have 4 extra minutes in your day, you can do so much more. But the thing is, when you're listening to things on hyperspeed, your brain is processing everything at hyperspeed, and it won't let you slow down. And a huge part of burnout is when your brain won't let you slow down. So take a deep breath, maybe grab a cup of coffee, and just soak in that 1x speed. The second way to slow down is gonna be really hard for some of you, and that is the speed at which you drive. Oh, I know this one is hard. I know it because I love to speed myself. And I also somehow love to run late to everything. I don't actually love it, but it's what I naturally do. Well, I recently have been embracing a quote from Ryan Holiday, who wrote "The Obstacle is the Way." I highly recommend that read. Again, listen to it at 1x speed. You kind of have to with that book because it's so dense that in order to really soak it in, you have to listen to it at 1x. But anyway, in that book, he says, never in a hurry, never worried. There's more to that quote, but the rest of that quote can't come until you're out of burnout. But let's just look at that. Never in a hurry, never worried. I remind myself of this while I'm driving, when I feel like I'm running late and I'm going to disappoint someone. Because I guess that's the reason why I feel bad running late, right? Of course, I could have left 5 minutes earlier, but I didn't. For whatever reason, life set me up to where I am exactly where I am, running at exactly the amount of tardiness that I'm running. But if I'm never in a hurry, never worried, I'm able to take a deep breath and know that I will get there when I get there. The only thing that I could have changed was the time I left, but because I didn't, worrying isn't going to get me there any faster. If anything, it's going to cause me more stress and anxiety as I drive, meaning that when I show up already late, I'm going to show up with an anxious and overreactive attitude, which is not going to serve me while I'm at the destination that I've gone to. So, if you didn't leave early, take a deep breath, drive the speed limit. You don't need to get in an accident, and you don't need to give yourself more stress. Take a deep breath, drive the speed limit, and repeat the mantra, never in a hurry, never worried. The next way to slow down is the rate at which you are running through your house. Now, you may not feel like you're actually running through your house. Your house might not be that big. You can't run laps through it. But are you really slowing down to enjoy the things that are in it? Your pets, your plants, your favorite cozy chair, your cozy warm blanket. What about the people that you're sharing your space with? How often do you slow down to soak them in? When you're in a state of burnout, it puts you in a state of hurry. And when you're in a state of hurry, you're rushing through the house, not pausing to enjoy all of the things around. Now, I'm being honest, I am currently in a state of burnout. It's a slight state of burnout because I have the tools and resources to keep it from total burnout. But as we speak, I have had to force myself to slow down for these videos, take more deep breaths, but also my house sometimes feels chaotic. What you don't see behind the camera is all the laundry that needs folded, or the bed that I think my husband haphazardly made that I usually fix once he leaves because I like a really pretty made bed. But that's not what I'm asking you to focus on. I'm asking you to find the things in your house that bring you joy. Like, look at this little girl. She's been sitting here with me this whole time, and I haven't pet her once. This delicious warm cup of coffee, my beautiful candle. Have you ever just stared at a candle and let yourself just admire the flame? I know that sounds kind of crazy, especially if you haven't done it, but try it. Take a moment to just admire something in your house that you love. There has to be something that isn't the clutter or the laundry or the dishes or the mess, but something that you really enjoy, especially if there's other living beings in your house. Soak them in. And don't just look at them and say, oh, yeah, I love them. Okay, back to work. No, I mean, sit down and intentionally spend time feeling the softness of their hair or the warmth of their cheek. There are little tiny aspects, multiple aspects of one thing in your house that you can soak up. And when you take time to be intentional and soak up every single aspect of the thing you love, including the cat hair flying through the air, it helps you to appreciate life more, which helps you to slow down more, which helps you to get out of burnout. Now, my guess is you're not just rushing through your house, you're rushing everywhere day to day. So I want to encourage you to slow the rate at which you push through your day. When's the last time that you paused to enjoy the breeze or the flowers along the sidewalk? And I hear you, it's winter, there's not a lot blooming right now. But have you actually taken a look at the trees? They're budding already. Those buds are holding on. It's cold and dark for them too right now, but they know that spring is just around the corner. And as soon as it comes, they will bloom and flourish. I know it's dark and it's hard in your life right now, but you will bloom and flourish. However, you can't bloom and flourish if you don't take care of yourself in every season. So while you are in winter right now, take care of yourself. And you do that by slowing down, by being still, by cozying up and feeling safe so that when it warms up and when you hit spring, you can bloom and flourish. Please slow down and take care of yourself. Now, if you feel like you have stepped out of burnout a little bit and you're like, I want to flourish, I want abundance now, but you're not exactly sure how to get it, I go over the 5 steps to breakthrough of abundance and success in this video here, and I'm sure it will encourage you. And if you're not quite there yet, don't worry, because I will be back next week with more resources to help get you out of burnout. Until then, slow down and enjoy.